Indonesian wonder, miscellany. Let's speak Bahasa Indonesia, Indonesian pop and regional songs, international musical entertainment, as well as news and information about Indonesia and abroad. Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Thailand's acting Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayai and Cambodia's Prime Minister Hun Manet are holding ceasefire talks on Monday in Malaysia's administrative capital of Putrajaya at the official residence of Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, the chair of the regional bloc ASEAN. Let's find out more about this with Bapak Muhadi Sugiono, an international observer of Gajah Mada University. I am Unica, and this is VOI Talk. Good morning, Bapak Muhadi. How are you?
Good morning, Mbak Unica. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine as well. It's very nice to have you here talking with us.
Nice to be here as well.
Yes. So, regarding the current issue, how far is the impact of Thailand-Cambodia conflict to the situation or economy in ASEAN?
Yeah, I think once again, the conflict between the two countries has shattered the image of Southeast Asia as a country of a peaceful region, as a region of peace, because for many years, ASEAN has been able to bring Southeast Asia and turn the image of Southeast Asia from unstable and conflict-prone region into more stable, peaceful region. And even ASEAN has already made a declaration into what's so-called Southeast Asia as freedom, peace, and neutrality. So it's we are trying to build an image and try to realize this image to make Southeast Asia as a peaceful region. But the fact that the conflict still exists in Southeast Asia between the two countries is clearly indicated that we are still far away from this imagine or the goal of making Southeast Asia as a peaceful region.
So aside from making the image and also making Southeast Asia peaceful, compared to other groups or regions, how do you see the stability and relations in ASEAN and Southeast Asian countries?
In comparison to other regions, for example, you mean other regions like Europe and Africa? Yes, of course, it creates very unhealthy relations within Southeast Asia itself, but it is not the story of the whole Southeast Asia. It is partially affects Southeast Asia, especially in this part of the region, the sub-region in the border between Thailand and Cambodia, but not the whole Southeast Asia, because Southeast Asia is in fact has not been very close to each other in terms of trade relations. For example, we are more having a trade relationship outside partner rather than inside. So in terms of economy, for example, the impact is, of course, on their trade relations between the two countries, which usually took place in these economic corridors between Thailand and Cambodia. But the war and the closure of the corridor, then the impact will be at least significant in the relationship between the two countries, but not really affect Southeast Asia as a whole.
Glad to hear that. And thus the ceasefire that happens in Malaysia yesterday have resulted in good solution. And how was it?
Yes, the ceasefire agreement is a good initial step. But of course it is important, but it is not sufficient. Why? Because we know that the conflict between the two countries has taken place in the past. So unless this ceasefire is followed by more serious effort to build peace and restore peace uh, and better relations between the two countries, then I'm afraid that this situation will come up again in the future. So it is the time for Southeast Asian countries now to encourage the two countries really to solve the problem forever. From the legal point of view, the ICG has already uh, made a decision that this temple belongs to the Cambodian people. But the problem is sometimes the domestic political situation can be very, very counterproductive to bring peace in this area. Because, for example, the government of both sides use this latent conflict into the political uh, capital to get the advantage politically.
So, what I'm getting is that it's the initial plan, but along the way, we have to stop this forever as a whole and as a united Southeast nations. So, if we trace back the situation, which has been going on and off since years ago, just like what you mentioned, but what makes both sides heated up this year?
Yeah, I already indicated that the political situation in both countries, for example, the Cambodian government make use of this issue as a nationalistic issues, which of course it create easy access to mobilize the resources to conduct war. On the other hand, Thai political situation was also very unfortunate. The cases with the termination of the minister due to the communication with the Prime Minister Hun Sen, for example, has created a nationalistic response from on the side of the Thai military. So on the other hand, the border situation was also very unconducive. So there are small things that create an unfortunate situation and create an escalation. For example, the explosion of the landmine, which injures a Thai soldier, has been followed up by clashes at a small scale. But again, with the political situation on both sides, it creates a momentum to mobilize the nationalistic sentiment which taken up by the military to conduct military exercises.
Okay. And, sir, about this conflicts, what lessons can ASEAN or maybe us learn from this conflict in terms of maybe early detection or diplomatic response? Because this has been going for years and it's heated up this year. What can we learn from this situation?
Yeah, the establishment of ASEAN should be understood as a good lesson learned. It was established from the context of the conflict, a similar conflict like border conflicts and heated disagreement among neighboring countries. But the decision of the leader not to use as an instrument to achieve a national goal has been a very good start. And then the establishment of ASEAN cemented this initiative to build a better relations. So in this case also, unless both leaders in Cambodia and Thailand come with the understanding that it is now the time to solve the problem forever, then it will always come up again and again in the future. So I welcome the decision to have a ceasefire led by the chair of ASEAN this year, Malaysia. But this should be seen as a new start, not the final goal. The final goal must be to bring peace and build peace in the relationship between the two countries. And at the end, unless this can be achieved, the people of both sides is at a disadvantaged situation.
Thank you so much, Bapak Muhadi, for your time. Hopefully, the situation in Thailand and Cambodia will be better soon. Thank you so much.
I hope so. Thank you very much.
VOA listeners, that was our talk with Bapak Muhadi Sugiono, an international observer of Gadjah Mada University. I'm Unica. Thank you for watching.
Voice of Indonesia, the overseas service of Radio Republic Indonesia, broadcast in 9 language services: English, French, German, Dutch, Spanish, Arabic, Mandarin, Japanese, and Indonesian. Voice of Indonesia is broadcast via shortwave 3325 kHz and 4755 kHz, and via streaming on voinews.id and RRI Digital on mobile application. We present various programs for you: Diplomatic Forum, The Session, Indonesian Wonder, Miscellany, Let's Speak Bahasa Indonesia, Indonesian pop and regional songs, international musical entertainment, as well as news and information about Indonesia and abroad. Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.